Morning, everyone. We are live. It is Light the Torch for Becoming an Unstoppable Woman in Health and Wellness. We are so excited to bring this book to you, and we have a group of amazing women here today that are going to tell you all about who they are, what they do, what their chapter is, what the focus is, so you can get an idea of how we are addressing becoming an unstoppable woman in health and wellness, because we're talking about not just one type of wellness. We're talking about healing your mind, body, and soul. And there's so many different examples in this book of how you can move into 2023 being healthy, being wealthy, being wise, and just having overall peace and wellness. So let's kick the torch off and get started with Catherine Rogers. Catherine, can you hear us? Tell them where you're at in the world, your name, your business, your chapter, your focus. She's a little delayed because she's coming to us all the way across the water. Jennifer, you want to take over for a minute and tell us about yours, and then Catherine can jump in?
Yes.
Hi.
Oh,
Oh, is
there's.
it?
Yeah, I can.
I'll let Catherine go. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I'm Catherine Rogers. I'm based in the UK in Oxford, and I have run two businesses, Reset Your Health and Reset Your Brain Health. I'm a health coach. I'm a health coach.
Yeah, she's extremely delayed. Jennifer, you want to jump in, and we'll see if we
I
can
know.
get.
I'm Catherine Rogers from the UK in Oxford. Are you getting me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Put your thumbs up if you got me. You're not delayed.
Right.
Anyway, I'll carry on. I'm encouraging people to call on doctors but row away from medication. I talk about a 46 years of taking drugs for migraines, then suddenly realizing I could get rid of them by doing lots of other things. And
Jennifer, you want to go ahead and jump in?
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm in festive spirit, as we can see.
Yes,
I've got
I
the
love
double
your
glasses on.
glasses. Awesome.
Yes, I'm Jennifer Cairn. So I am the founder of Rebel World and the Lady Rebel Club movement. And everything that we do kind of in this space is about elevating, empowering, advocating for, and connecting women entrepreneurs and all marginalized gender entrepreneurs who are neurodiverse or who have any kind of disability. I myself have a lot of both. So I'm ADHD as well as autistic, and I have things like fibromyalgia, autoimmune disorders, a rare blood cancer, paraneoplastic syndrome, migraine, seizures, etc. The name of my chapter is A Rebel Heart, and it's all about how we can self-empower ourselves through self-care and things like this, and really getting to know ourselves, accepting ourselves for who we are, loving ourselves. And that's really kind of a great healer right there, I think. So, and I'm in the UK as well. So yay.
Love it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for joining us, Jennifer. Rita, do you want to tell us a little bit about you, where you're at in the world, and your chapter?
Hi, yes, I'm Rita Murari and I'm in Toronto, Canada. I am a health and wellness coach, but I'm also a registered dental hygienist. I am a advocate of health as well, obviously, and I work with the global leaders in cellular nutrition, and I help people to optimize their health with simple solutions that they can implement in their everyday busy lifestyles. My chapter is called Reigniting the Spark Within. Do you want me to say a little bit about the chapter or
Yeah,
no?
just say a little bit, a couple sentences about the focus, and then we'll jump over to someone else, and we'll come back if we got time.
Okay, awesome. So the focus is just basically um, finding what really sparks you, and with having children late in life, having a health crisis, I lost who I was. And having regained my health, I still was missing a piece. And I think having to find that passion within is where you can reignite your spark. So find something that lights you up and makes you happy and fulfills your purpose in life. And that's what my chapter is pretty much about.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank
All
you.
right. Paula, you want to tell us a little bit about where you're at in the world, what you have going on, and the name of your chapter and its focus?
Good. Yes, I am Paula Echeverry. I am from Colombia. I spent 20 years in the United States, and now I am in Spain. And I love being part of this book because I always been interested in wellness myself. I had a business in wellness, fitness, and now I'm actually focused on my startup with neuroscience, which I studied. And I love everything about the mind and the body connection. And that's what I did in my chapter called Your Mind and Being You. It talks a little bit about our body, mind connection, and my personal experience about how I discovered that it's so important to get to know your body, your mind, because your thoughts affect your body, as everybody knows now. And all these things that are so important, and even little tools that you can use to get you regulated and to be, the best version that you can be every day. So that's what my chapter is about.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. I'm going to jump over to Keitha. Keitha, why don't you tell everybody where you're at in the world and what the name of your chapter is, the focus, your business?
Well, good morning, everybody. I hope the sound is better. We were doing some sound checks earlier, and I've been over tweaking to make sure that you could hear me. So my name is Keitha Landauer. I live in South Central Nebraska. Don't let the accent fool you. I tell people that all the time. I am a Southern girl who's moved into Central Nebraska and made home here. I am the host of the War on Weight podcast. I started that podcast after I battled my own weight for so long and then finally found victory in finding some simple health habits and excellent nutrition. I've learned the hard way, and I think many people on this call would know you cannot outrun the fork. Even though that movement and nutrition go hand in hand, we do have to get our nutrition right. And just during my journey, I have now going into where I'm really working with women on not only fixing and finding out the reasons why they eat, because and Unleash Her, my chapter was called Dig Deep, to dig deep and find out why you eat and overeat, because I have a history of binging. And in War on Weight, I really teach women all the resources of how they can get healthy in their mind, in their spirit, and in their body. And so I've just used the podcast and the platform to really just be a total wellness for women. And it's been nothing but a joy to be a part of She Rises and being in the book. And I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Keith. I love it. All right, let's jump over to Olivia. Olivia, you want to tell us where you're at in the world and what your chapter is and all that good stuff?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Good morning or evening or afternoon, depending on where you are. I'm Olivia Radcliffe. I am based out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and I am a business and marketing coach for moms with businesses. So mompreneurs, mom bosses, however you want to call it. And I really focus on helping these women to create a business that really takes their life into consideration first. And that's pretty much where my chapter comes into play. My chapter is titled With Your Next Exhale and is all about those very intentional pauses, being very intentional about everything you're doing throughout your day and putting your priorities first, and how you can actually get through and figure out which priority you actually need to focus on first, what your next intention should be in this world where we're all juggling 1.5 million different things. And as we speak right now, my toddler is over here. He's doing his own work at his own desk, and we're just juggling back and forth and
making it work and making it happen.
Work, absolutely. But so glad to be here. Can't wait to see what everyone else has in store.
Thank you, Olivia, for joining us, and thank you so much for contributing to this book. All right, we're going to jump over to Divya. Divya, can you tell everybody where you're at in the world, your chapter, your focus, what they can look forward to from hearing from you in this book?
Hey, hi everyone. I'm Divya Chandegra. I'm based in London, in the UK. I'm a wellness soul guide, and a part of my mission is to empower and work with parents and professionals, people who are really time poor, to heal their limiting childhood beliefs and subconscious blocks. So my purpose focuses really on healing the inner child wounds, generational patterns, and mindset reprogramming, to get to a point of self-love and unconditional love. And I've got lots of free resources on my site, for setting healthy boundaries and unblocking yourself, and access to my inner child mini course. The name of my chapter is Attract Fulfillment and Success Through Balance and Self-Love. And I think for me, healing the mind, body, and soul is all about balance and aligning with your true self and your intuition, instead of operating from the programs and imprints layered in our subconscious that keep us kind of living in fear and blocking, trapping, and stopping us from living in our truth and serving our unique and individual purpose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for me, healing the mind, body, and soul is about clearing the path, I guess, to bring ourselves to balance so that we can share our unique gift with the world. And I think everybody has a unique gift, and sometimes we just need a little bit of help to find our way through the years of wounding and programming, I guess.
Love it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, being part of this book. I love it. All right, let's jump over to Katie Markle. Katie, can you tell them where you're at and what your business is, the name of your chapter and your focus, please?
Yeah, good morning. My name is Katie Markle. So I am in San Diego, California. I am a holistic health practitioner, kinesiologist, and nutritionist. The title of my chapter is Surviving to Thriving, and what my company She Eats focuses on is helping women sync their nutrition and fitness with their unique menstrual cycle, with their hormones, and helping to balance out hormones naturally, literally just by using food, using exercise, so that you don't have to take synthetic hormones, because that can really wreak a lot of havoc and lead to a lot of things like anxiety and the PMS that we literally don't have to live with. And it makes weight loss easy. So helping empower women to eat to fuel their body and not just fill their body.
Thank you so much. So important. Definitely something we don't think about, especially when we're busy. So thank you for bringing light to that. While we're on that topic, let's jump over to Kim, who can help us with another part of that. Kim, how are you this morning?
I am great. Okay, so I am Kim Rendon, and I am in Michigan, and I am a health coach for perimenopause, menopausal women. So I get to go on that spectrum of hormones. And then I'm also a dietitian. So my business is Live and Thrive Wellness. And like I said, I love to work with and I love to get into the gut bugs too and deal with all of that. That's like my science geek, just like digs that. And so like working on healing your gut, which will balance your hormones, and the root of all our what do I want to say, issues can come from your gut. And so my chapter is Become an Ageless Goddess, and healing your mind, heart, soul, body, everything as you age or don't age. If you're doing all of that, right, you'll be an ageless goddess and not go aging.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for being here and contributing that to our book. It's going to be so powerful. Let's jump over to Minvu. Are you there? Can you hear us? She's trying to get back in. Okay, let's jump over to Amanda Omar. Amanda, you want to tell us where you're at in the world, what you have going on, and a little bit about your chapter?
Hello. Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name's Amanda O'Mara. I am from the beautiful mountains of Colorado, about 2 hours up into the hill in the middle of nowhere, literally. It's kind of amazing. So the name of my chapter is called Beauty from Ashes. a healing path for the mind, body, and soul. So my chapter is all about actually trauma, having been through it many times myself, and I share a specific story around how I survived a traumatic wildfire that literally took our whole neighborhood, including my home and everything, and then how that destroyed my mind, body, and soul, and what I did to get that back. And so my belief around how to heal your mind, body, and soul is all about how to reconnect with yourself, how to find your true self again, and doing that through different modalities with healing your mind, body, and soul. And I go into depth about that inside my chapter. So excited for you all to read it. Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, thank you so much for being part of the book. I love it. I can't wait to read the chapter. Okay, let's jump over to Priya. Always nice to see you, friend. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hello, everyone. This is always so cool. I always get a reminder of all the different states in America, like my geography lesson again when I come on where you're all from. So cool. I am Priya Ali from Burlington, Ontario, Canada, not very far from Rita. So that's awesome. And my chapter is called Everything is Energy. I am a third generation intuitive healer, and I've had a healing modality practice for 17 years, and educating people on the importance of understanding the energy. Just to echo again, you know, being aware of your body and being able to listen to your always tell us, and everything starts off as energy before it hits us into illness. So it's about being self-aware, and sometimes we, you know, we'll get the knock knock and we go, shut up, we don't want to hear you, and open the door, and then we get the bang bang, and then we listen, right? So I'm really trying to teach people through my chapter how to even, you know something's going on before you get a knock knock. Maybe a polite alarm bell would be much more pleasant. You know, we have those really obnoxious alarm tones on our phone. We don't want one of those. We want the little nice chimey ones that are zen, that make us feel good and let us know we're a little bit off. So that's what the chapter is about. I'm super, super duper excited I can't understand how I get more and more excited every time. Like I was like, this is my most favorite one. And then get to another one. So the momentum goes. Thrilled to be a part of this experience, and hope everyone has a great time reading this book. I think it's such a great investment, especially during the pre-sale. Honestly, it'll be the best. I don't know, around the world it's different, but in Canada, it'll be the best $1.31 you spend, you know, honestly. So
That's
do
99 cents to $1.31 you spent. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I always love seeing you, Priya, and having you here with us. And you always have such great energy. Thank you. So Mivu, can you hear us now?
Yes. Can everyone hear me now too?
Yes, we can. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I just want to say congratulations to all the beautiful women in here. It's such an honor to be part of this amazing book. My name is Min, and I'm from Houston, Texas. And I empower women to advocate for their own health and conquering endometriosis and infertility through my own journey. My chapter is called Light in the Protective Warrior. And through my own stage 4 endometriosis infertility journey, I was able to advocate for my own health and believe that God still performs miracles and, you know, keep the faith because He blessed me with twin boys after the doctors told me that I would never be able to have a baby. So I encourage all women that, you know, keep your faith, and truly your inner power creates your outer world. And so thank you.
Thank you for bringing your story to the book and being that light for women and addressing that. So thank you. We're going to jump over to Brandy. Brandy, can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. Good morning.
Yay. Good morning, everyone.
So Brandy, tell us where you're at and about your chapter and what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Brandy Kepley. I'm from Springfield, Missouri. Let's see, I do a lot of things. Kind of in a transition right now of growing my ministry. I'm really passionate about mental health because of the journey that I have been on. So that's something that I'm super passionate about. I have a podcast and a blog. I also have an Arbonne business, which is a health and wellness company. Has like nutrition products and skincare and body care and makeup. There's over 350 products, so there's a ton of things. And definitely just really, as I've learned about the products that we're putting on in our body and how all the chemicals like affect even our mental health. And so that's why I just kind of tie it all together. So my chapter is called Unfinished Healing, and it's just a little snippet of my story of I was severely burnt out and very depressed and even suicidal, and just decided to step out in faith and quit my corporate job and just answer God's calling to just share my story. And this has grown into a huge thing, and it's just such an honor just to be with you guys and just to be able to share. And so, yeah, I really hope that it inspires, even if it just inspires one person to just keep going and, not end their life, then that's what it's all about. So I'm super excited for it.
We are super excited to have you. And thank you so much for being authentic and true and giving a real life example of thriving and surviving. And I think it's going to touch more than one person. Really. So thank you
hope so.
for being that light for people. I know Andrea Annette is here and we love her. She says her camera's not working, but can we hear your beautiful voice then?
I'm not sure. Can you?
I can. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you, ladies?
I'm doing great. I'm glad you're here with us. Why don't you tell people where you're at and what you do and a little bit about your chapter?
Okay, my name is Andrea Annette. I'm from New York, and my chapter is Hope's Promise. And because of my own personal journey, I really want to have more transparency in healthcare. So it's my hope that people will find better lifestyle choices through healthy habits and behavior modification. And that's what I'm out there helping them with hormonal disorders, weight loss, and stuff like that, because that's what I love.
Wow, thank you so much. And she has been such a light, even in my personal family. She's been helping me with my daughter's journey, and she is a great coach to help people. And I love the fact that you do have such a strong medical background and you can kind of look at it from both sides of the spectrum and really give people some good leads on which route to take. So, let's jump over to my co-host over here, Nicole Curtis, because she wrote an amazing chapter too. So why don't you tell people about where you're from and what your chapter is, lady?
Good morning, everybody. It's Light the Torch. Woo! So thank you, everybody who's watching. My name is Nicole Curtis. I'm part of the leadership team at She Rises Studios alongside Heather Betton. And these beautiful ladies are some of the co-authors of our new book that just released today called Becoming an Unstoppable Woman in Health and Wellness. I am currently in Rosebud, Missouri, right in the middle of the states. And my chapter is called A Mental Health Check-in List for Moms with Struggling Teens. I'm a mom that has a teenager that has battled and struggled with anxiety and depression and suicidal thoughts for about 5 years. And even though the journey has been ups and downs, my chapter is really geared toward the moms that also have children that are struggling, because it's really important that we make sure that we keep our mental health in check. Otherwise, you're going to get into the mindset of feeling like you have to walk on eggshells, worrying what's going to happen next, and always just having that fear of the unknown. So that's what my chapter is geared on and who I'm here to serve and to help with my chapter in the amazing, incredible book. So yeah, there's that.
and again, thank you for that. I mean, I hope that people can really see the diversity that we've been able to bring together in this book. And I'm really so proud for, Nicole and I brought most of the women together in this book, and we really worked very hard on trying to make it extremely diverse so that everybody got their chance to shine, but also so the reader really got the opportunity to address all facets of their health and wellness. No matter where they're at in their life, what they're doing, they're going to get multiple themes out of this book. We're addressing the woman's physical health, we're addressing their hormonal health, we're addressing their spiritual health, we're addressing, if they have other specific health issues, endometriosis, maybe neurodivergence, like Jennifer, if they're battling the mental health of themselves or their family members. How do we, deal with that? Because the reality is, not all the time, but most of the time, as women, we put ourselves on the back burner because we've got to worry about the house, the kids, if we have a business, and we just keep pushing it aside and pushing it aside. I'm extremely guilty of it. So I'm preaching to the choir here, but that's the point of this book, and this journey that we've been on through this series. It started with becoming an unstoppable woman, and then moving to entrepreneur and trying to give them light on how to manage their entrepreneurship, and then mompreneur, how do you do that juggle and struggle like Olivia was talking about earlier, and then we went into finance. Okay, you're making money, you're handing that mother and struggle, and now what are you doing with your money, and giving them that guidance. And now we're like, okay, but remember, you have to think about your health and wellness, because while you're doing all these amazing things out there, if the inside and the mental and the spiritual isn't in alignment, all of this hard work you're doing is eventually going to crumble and fall apart because you don't have that foundation to stand on. And so I am in this book too, and my chapter is called Wealth Health, and it's really because my background is in financial, and that's my business. The reality is, I went down this journey of having a financial services business, which is not my background. My background is social work and mental health. That's what I went to school for. That's what I did for 17 years. But my husband had a health crisis. Our world fell apart. And we had to be creative and rebuild financially. And when you are in that survival mode, it is so destructive to your mental health. And that's really what my chapter is about, is that when we are in survival mode financially and we're not making the right decisions, it constantly plagues our sleep, it plugs our mental wellness, it plugs, we make poor choices. We're just running all the time, and we're running on E, and running on E, it can be very destructive on many levels. So my chapter really focuses on, having those hard conversations with yourself, making the budget, making the right decisions, and the amount of relief you will have from releasing that burden of financial stress and constant chaos will allow you then to focus on some of these other topics these amazing women are bringing forward, right? Because it's not in the background of your mind, plugging your sleep and your time. So I appreciate all you women for continuing to be here and be that light. So everyone in the back has come through? Okay, so now we can move on to our second question. We wanted to make sure everybody had the opportunity to say who they are, where they're from, what they're doing, and about their chapter. So now I'm going to go around and ask, and I'll start with Jennifer because she started us off earlier. What does healing your mind, body, and soul mean to you?
Hey, thanks very much, Heather. Yeah, it's actually, I've thought a lot about that question. It's really difficult to answer because it's huge,
big.
isn't it?
Yes.
It's like so huge. And I think for me, it's coming back and just looking at my own personal journey and my own experience. And it was only really when I kind of went through the most probably chaotic point in my life, where it was when in a period, not only did I have all the health stuff kind of going on leading up to that, I'm obviously, neurodivergent, but within like a 5-month period, my husband had a stroke. I got my blood cancer diagnosis, and then COVID hit. And the family and the business, like chaos is the only way you can kind of describe it. And ironically, it was kind of in the midst of that chaos. And I almost describe it now as a tornado, because as I went through the chaos of going through that and entered kind of the calm of the storm, so to say, the eye of the tornado, I could see everything so clearly. I could see other women also suffering, and some of the things that I was going through. but I could very much see that it was only when I could flip that paradigm within myself and turn self-care onto myself, but also love and accept myself for who I am with all of my disabilities, with my neurodivergence. It allowed me to heal, a lot of things inside, but also to build a business, from an entrepreneurial point of view that suits me more, which also removes a lot of stress and friction and, and all of that. It's not that I don't care about other people's opinions or anything, but at the same time, I don't from a point of view that, I know I'm not perfect. I'm, none of us are, but I know I'm the way that I'm made isn't broken or wrong. It is the way that I am, and I'm not less than anybody else because of my disabilities or neurodiversity. So for me, it's that self-love, and it's really accepting us for who we are. It doesn't mean we don't want to grow as people, but having that genuine self-love of I'm okay with who I am and all of that, and going from there really, I think is a big step for sure.
All right, I see Lovely Laguerre is trying to join in. Lovely, can you hear us?
Good morning, ladies. I don't know if you guys can see me. I feel like I'm in the dark.
Yeah, I can hear your beautiful voice though. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning, beautiful ladies. Thank you, Miss Heather and Nicole, always. This is so amazing. I was listening in to you guys in the backstage. This is such an amazing time. Yes, thank you for having me. To all the authors in this book, I want to say cheers to you all because this has been a great journey. And coming to this end of the year with this book, it's just going to be a perfect fitting to all. And I truly think the world going to see us as like elevating in so many ways, from us being entrepreneur, entrepreneurial world, mompreneur, finance, and now we're in the health. All those topics that is so crucial right now in a world that very essential to almost all of us, so that we all can use a part of the a piece of a story from each of the women in this book. So again, this is Lovey Laguerre. Thanks for having me. My chapter name, a healthy wellness mindset. It's about a holistic approach to your life, in life and in business. So again, I speak about very candidly about when you have a wealthy mindset, your approach is to focus, on your journey. Be kind, with your time. Take prioritize your things by taking care of yourself. And because without taking care of yourself, you cannot move forward for your whole, life. Be in business. So that's truly number one. And you want to, put your energy towards, great, resources, for your family, and be there, with with a mindset that you're always gonna be, showing up for everyone, wherever you go. Because having a wealthy mindset is our health these days, and mental health. It's something that It's very, it's something that is very touchy in this world that we are living in. So truly, by having a wealthy mindset, we can do anything we want to do. We can have living an abundant life and transform our health, our habits, everything we do. Let's start with a healthy mindset. And again, ladies, I said to you, remember, your health is your wealth. So cheers to you all. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, Lovely. And as always, thank you for contributing your story and your mindset to the book. All right, I'm going to jump over to Kim again. Kim, what does healing your mind, body, and soul mean to you?
And I guess kind of some of my backstory is having my kids later in life. And so I'm going through perimenopause as they're going through puberty. And, perimenopause is puberty in reverse, and things could get ugly some days around here. And I had to send both of us to our rooms sometimes to chill out. But, and then depression got bad, especially when my oldest left for the Marine Corps. And my husband and I separated, and the depression, and I just was in survival mode and lived on junk because that was like all I could deal with, and gained weight. And then self-hate came on, and, just the depression thing where you're just sitting there and you don't do anything. And so to me, by healing, getting rid of the depression and healing my body as I'm going through a health journey for myself, means that I am going to be more present for my kids and my grandkids someday when, my kids finally get to that point. but being able to be that grandma that's going to be around for a while. And, I just look at one of my grandmas who had health issues and didn't get to be with us, where my other grandma was out doing somersaults at like 60 years old. So I just want to be that grandma that's going to be present with my children, and even, I don't know, my great grandchildren, even though those years down the road. But so just that whole part of it is just being able to live life to the fullest.
Yes. I love it. Great point. All right, Miss Keitha, what does healing your mind, body, and soul mean to you?
I think I'm with everybody else. This is a hard question to answer in a 2-minute or less, or even 90 seconds. I think that you'd really have to just encompass what I think I've learned over the years is trying to figure out how to live congruently to yourself. And I think it goes into a lot of your core values, what brings you peace, what defines who you are, and what makes you mentally healthy. And then spiritually, however you draw on that spirituality, whether it's through being a Christian, or it's through the energy work that a lot of the ladies do, or it's in intuitiveness, the things that we do, we have to figure out what drives us and feeds us spiritually. And then understanding how to capture our thoughts to make sure that we are telling ourselves positive things so that we can stay mentally healthy. And so for me and my background, as you've seen in my chapters and all podcasts I talk about a lot, my faith has been very strong for me since I was very, very young. And I literally, when I tell stories about things that have happened in my life, but I'm always like, but God, if it had not been for God, no telling what would have happened. And so even as a strong Christian woman, I still struggled to capture my thoughts and not beat myself up. And I often, because of my binging and overeating and eating dysfunction, I often tried to hide from myself, others, and God. And so I think that mentally we have to get to a place to where that we can accept ourselves, but also not accept that what we're doing to ourselves is not healthy. One of my episodes on my podcast that I really felt like was going to cause mass exodus, not going to lie to you, I thought people are going to run for the hills, because I talked about in that episode that I think the title of it was "It's Okay to Want to Be Skinny," because we live in this world now where if anybody says, I want to lose weight, I'm going to go on a diet, I'm going to do things to be healthy, then all of a sudden you get labeled as this diet mentality. And so what I talked about in the episode was it's okay to want to be skinny, but do it in a healthy way, because you can't, if you say, I just want to be healthy.
Yeah.
Well, you can't be healthy at 100 pounds overweight. You can be mentally healthy. You can be spiritually healthy, but you can't be physically healthy. You can't move your body the way that your body needs to move so that we can graciously go into our older years. And now that I'm over 50, I'm really starting to understand this, like really that we have to really take care of our bodies more. And, and that was what triggered my weight loss, was the fact that I was carrying 50 pounds extra weight, and I ended up having 4 back surgeries in 12 months, all because of one little small pinched nerve caused a complication in a surgery that led to another surgery, that led to another surgery, that led to another surgery. And we just never know as we get older. So I think that we have to physically take care of our bodies. When you go to the doctor and your A1C is elevated, your cholesterol is elevated, your blood pressure is elevated, you can't be healthy. And a lot of that stems from carrying extra weight. And so we need to get to a place mentally, and whether you get there spiritually or however you get there, you have to get there mentally to make the changes to get physically healthy. And so I think that's where it all comes together. And I think many of us, especially women, we find that we can get one right. We can get spirituality right for a while. We can get our physical health right for a while. We can do one of the things, but it's when all three come together, which is the beauty of this book, is when they all three come together is when the magic happens. So I guess that would be my shortest answer for a podcaster who talks a lot.
I know. I love it. It's a great answer. So, Annette, Andrea. My goodness, I need more coffee.
Okay.
Are you still there? Good. Yay, you're there. What does healing your mind, body, and soul mean to you?
Well, for me, it's just about being okay with where you are in whatever stage you're in your life and having the intent to find peace and purpose and just really put action into your own well-being to take control over how you live your life. And it does encompass all three. And it took me a long time to have all three, but I do have that in my life today, and it does make a difference.
Yeah.
So you just have to be intentful to really go after what you want, and whether it's weight loss or better health or better finances, whatever it is that you're after, you have to be okay with where you are. Nobody got to where they're going without making mistakes. And that's what really makes people who they are, those mistakes. So I'm grateful for every one of them. When I look back on my life, I'm okay with all of those mistakes because it's brought me to a place where I do have that peace and that purpose today. So I'm
Right.
just grateful.
Thank you for that. All right. Rita, what about you? What does healing your mind, body, and soul mean to you?
Hi, my goodness. All these answers are incredible. I think balance, to be honest. If you don't have a little bit, like if you don't have the mind health and the spirituality and the physical health, you're going to lack. You're not going to be totally 100% healthy, which is what I think everybody is saying. And I think our bodies, well, our bodies are incredible, incredible machines, and they are made to heal ourselves. But if we're missing, whether it be nutrients, whether it be sleep, whether it be that connection to God or whatever spiritual being you find that enriches your soul, you're not going to be that 100%. So fuel your body with the best fuel possibly, being whole foods and good foods. Bridge the gap with real quality supplements. Fuel your mind with positivity and personal development, and let God or whatever spiritual being you believe in come into your life and connect with them. And surround yourself with positivity, because negativity is energy that you really, really just can do without. And I think that's about it.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. All right, Miss Priya, what about you? What does healing your mind, body, and soul mean to you?
The word I would come up with is union. Actually, yoga means union. And so if we don't have unity between the mind, body, and spirit, that's where we're going to have disharmony in one area. So it's, to me, in my chapter, I talk about complete healing. We have to, there's an element of everything. And what I found is that some people will try to heal the mind or try to heal the spirit or try to heal the body. But if one of those parts of your being or elements of your being doesn't get the memo, they don't make the changes. They don't change or adapt to what you've done. So when we are healing, we have to heal on all levels. And if you've got something out of whack, you've got to address it where it started in the mind, where it started in the body, and where it started in the spirit, and where it's at right now. And not everything is at the same level. There are some days where my spirit is up in like bliss land and my body is in hell. So it's like, how do we, find that bridging of the gap and bringing them together? So I think that understanding, again, like for me personally, as a natural born intuitive and someone who sees clairvoyantly, I would see in people disharmony within their being. And then as a child looking at them going, that person's face is this or this, and saying, and then this is going on inside. So understanding your own energy in the morning, I suggest, like, to people, get up in the morning, do a little check on yourself, right? to see where you're at, what are you thinking, where's your energy at, where's your body at. And then I just put that aside and smile for 30 seconds. You'd be amazed at what that can do for all of your elements. Just about nothing. Just sit there and just smile. Just about whatever, nothing, something. And bring yourself into union, let your liver smile. And I think too, the other thing is a lot of people don't understand the body and how it functions and what it's supposed to do. And so when they're making lifestyle choices, whether it be stress level choices, diet choices, where they live choices, what they do actively, they don't recognize or really understand how that impacts the body. And so I think a little bit more education for that at an earlier age would really allow for that in terms of complete healing.
I love that. Thank you. I always feel like I just want to go live with Priya and follow her.
Come live with me. Come.
And just for like 3 months, just so I can like get completely aligned, because I think it has all the answers.
I don't know about all the answers, but we'll find yours.
All right, Nicole, I'm gonna ask you, what does healing your mind, body, and soul mean to you?
So I was like Jennifer and had to think deeply on this. And I think for me personally, the bottom line has been just really doing that self awareness check on where I am mentally, where's my body, and where's my, my inner being, where am I off? Where's the lack of my peace? And so a lot of it has just stemmed from giving myself the permission to do that self-reflection, and I like to do it in journaling. That's just something that I found to be helpful when I'm doing my self-awareness check. And just really being honest with where I am in each category. But then on the flip side of that is then I need to take responsibility to then change that or to grow that. Or if I don't know the answers, or if I'm really struggling, to ask for help. To reach out to others. I struggled with that for a really long time because I felt like I could do everything myself and I didn't need anybody's help. And that was just that egotistical mindset that I had years ago. And I think in really diving into who I am as a woman and who am I wanting to become, right? That unstoppable woman. What does that look like to me? And then taking that self-awareness and that self-permission, that self-responsibility to move forward, and then ask for help. And to kind of tag on a little bit with Rita is, you are who you associate with. I learned that quote a long time ago. I don't know exactly who that was that said it, but really just surrounding yourself with positive, like-minded, thought-provoking women leaders in life and in business has been a huge impact for me. So I'm going to ask you the same question, Heather.
Oh, I thought I was getting away with it.
Oh, no. So how does, what does healing your mind, body, and soul look like for you, Heather?
Well, I think it is similar to a lot of women in this book. And I think it just comes with the fact that we're in a similar mindset and space. Not that we're know-it-alls, like you said, not that we know everything, but, I think we've all been on our own journeys. But I think the part of the journey is that, you have to come to terms with yourself. Like, you have to have real, true, honest conversations with yourself, with the ones around you. Like you said, accept where you're at and be okay with that. But at the same time, if you're lacking in some area, if you're yearning for something, seek out that truth and seek out those answers, and really just immerse yourself in what it is that you need to do. So whether that be that you need to find more spirituality, whether that means that you need to align, your mission with your goals, whether that means you need to accept that you are at this place and that you need to go somewhere else. Whatever it is, it's just having those honest conversations, but really setting a plan. I mean, for me, I'm a plan and goal person, but everybody's different. But me just understanding what the journey is and setting small goals along the way. So as I attain them, I can celebrate those things and just not staying down on yourself, because sometimes when we have those honest conversations, we might find ourselves in one space and be like, oh, now I'm just really upset that I'm in this space, right? But not doing that, realizing that there are small steps we can take that can really make huge differences, and celebrating those wins along the way will help you get to that alignment of mind, body, and soul a little quicker. Because I feel like those little celebrations, and I do that even with my clients as they start to hit goals and stuff, is really take a minute and recognize that fact. As a lot of times as women, we're juggling so many things at one time, and someone comes along and they're like, oh my gosh, how do you do all this? How do you run a business and take care of your kids and all that stuff? And you're like, I don't know. I'm just doing this every day, right? And we're not recognizing the fact that we are doing so much and giving ourselves credit for that. So I think, part of the healing process is, like you said, not only recognizing who you are, where you are, but also recognizing what you are doing, what you have done right, celebrating that, and putting it in alignment with where you want to go. So I hope that helps. I hope that, this book can be, a light and a guide. Jennifer's jumping off. Bye, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us. I hope that this book has a little bit of something for everyone. So whatever they're searching for, whatever they feel like they're lacking, that they can find some answers here, that they can connect with some of the women here that are, we do these books because we want to share our journey and our knowledge and our gifts with everyone. And that's why we make sure that the contact information for each one of these authors is in the book, because if there's something that you're hearing from them that is aligning with you, that is making your wheels in your head think, and you want to hear more, you want to gain more knowledge from them, reach out. That's what they're here for. That's what the book is designed to do, is to be that guide for you, but also to be that connection if that's what you're looking for. Because we definitely are happy to help. We're happy to listen. We're happy to help you on your journey, to be honest. So thank you, ladies, for being here to help light this torch. Nicole, you want to give people some facts about how they can pick up this book, how they can get this book right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So today is the Light the Torch ceremony, hence why we are here. We have 34 beautiful women that wrote chapters. Each of us wrote a chapter in this book all about health and wellness, to 34 holistic ways to help you heal your mind, body, and soul. And so today, our book release on Amazon, an ebook, it's 99 cents. You can go ahead and get your copy today. It's so exciting. And especially with Christmas, I guess two things. Christmas coming up, it's a great way where you can gift this book to friends, family, colleagues, business besties for Christmas, but also the New Year's right around the corner. And I'm not one to make New Year's resolutions. I really do New Year's intentions. And so with a new year coming, how really taking that time to reflect of where are you in your mind, where are you in your body, and where are you in your soul, and utilizing this book as that handbook, that guidebook, that tool book to help you in your journey of that. Because all of these wonderful women put their stories, their heart, their mind, their soul into this book to help you in your health and wellness. So it's another great opportunity for you to get the book too. Again, it's 99 cents. It just released today on Amazon. And let's end 2022 with a bang, and let's go into 2023, a brand new you, a brand new me, a brand new us. So
Love it. That's right. Go on Amazon, get your copy now, gift your copy to someone. The paperback will be available in a few weeks, and this is going to be such a great tool for women going into 2023. You know, like you said, a lot of people make those New Year's resolutions, or they're looking for something different in the upcoming year. And this book has 34 different examples of how you can be a stronger, more, unified, more powerful woman going into 2023. So I appreciate you listening. I appreciate all these beautiful, strong women for being here to be examples and guides and lights for people. And I just want to say happy holidays to everybody, because everybody has a different one. So we're not going to say one or the other, just happy holidays. I hope all of you ladies have an amazing holiday season with your families. I can't wait to see some of you on our panel discussions coming up. So be on the lookout for that, because we're going to have some great conversations about health and wellness over the next couple of weeks to continue to talk about this book and all the amazing attributes and gifts that it has inside of it. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Have a great day.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.